everyone, welcome to Divine Secret Tarot. I've got some background 963 hertz music. So if you're feeling that little bit of anxiety, this is for all star signs. If you're feeling a little bit anxious, especially from the message, please know that the 963 hertz is about cleansing the aura and your space. It's actually opening all doors to love, miracles, and prosperity. So I wanted to start off with that just to let you know. And I really want this message to be a very short reading because we've got the masculines asking you if you can trust them, basically. Can you trust them? And one card wanted to come out, the Six of Wands. There is so much victory, success, proclamation of this energy about walking away. Okay, so it could have been the divine feminine or the divine masculine having walked away. And I'm seeing a lot of chakras here, the tree of life energy. A lot about this aura has enabled the walking away from each other to step into your own divine light. We know that it is for you to uncover the God self within you, the union within you. And the Six of Wands is proving this victory. The Ace of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck, and it's such a gorgeous card. It's got the turtle handing the pentacle to the dragon, and it's a green dragon. So remember, if anyone wants to see these cards, I do exclusive weekly readings where the cards are available. I might do a sneak preview, actually, just to give you a heads up. This is what we do each week. If you wanted to be a part of the community, head over to divinesecrettarot.com. But this victory here is this announcing the victory about the walking away. The walking away wasn't about pain. It might have been a repercussion of what you had gone through, but you needed to have that push by the universe in order for you to awaken to your own true divinity, your own aura, yourself, your love, the miracles, the prosperity, how truly powerful you are. If these things didn't happen in a very specific way, you wouldn't have understood where you are right now, i.e., listening to this message. So the divine masculine is going through a lot of inward spiritual reflection. Some divine masculines are almost thinking it doesn't need to be that complex. It doesn't need to be that deep. But really inside, I feel like their third eye chakra is really synced into the divine downloads, the spiritual ascension. And this is really giving the angelic vibes. We've got a lot of angels, guides, guardians, ancestors are kind of looking over their spirituality, their growth in the spiritual realm. And we've got the Hanged One here. And it just goes to show how much. So the Hanged One has come out multiple times in different readings. Wow, I split the deck and we've got the Emperor card here. This is so cool. It's the divine masculines acknowledging that they have, yes, sabotaged, but it has been for their highest good. If they didn't do the things they did, they wouldn't have learned what they know now, and they wouldn't have understood how to improve in order to get further. The Hanged One is the epitome of divine intervention, putting them in the void. So when you're clearing out spaces, when you've cleared out some of the trauma and and you've done the healing in your own time, this is clearing out the space for more to come in. So I feel like it is this cycle of cleansing that the divine masculines are going through. Now, I also feel that this Emperor card and the Ace of Pentacles is quite a powerful combination between how much the divine masculines can actually let in, but it is a matter of choice. They always do have a choice in the physical. It could take them a little while longer, but the delays are just diversions to more lessons, right? I don't feel that a delay is negative. I used to personally. I used to be like, well, yeah, but I've done the work, I've done the healing. Why hasn't it come yet? And I'm only laughing at myself because I've been tripped up by that. I've been in that cycle where have I truly trusted the divine masculines to come in and to offer my heart? I can't just be half-hearted about this. I can't have one foot in one realm, one foot in the other realm, and expect miracles to occur. I need to be all in. I need to be able to fly. And that's what I feel like the divine masculines are being kept in separation from you, for those of you who are resonating with this message thus far, because you are enabling yourself to trust yourself. You're enabling yourself to trust the unknown. And look at this. We've got the Hierophant card here. So whereas the divine masculines are on the root of this tree of life that I'm going to label the Hanged One on, the divine feminines are hanging from the tree. So they are the ones who actually look like they are hanging from this Hanged One type of energy. But the Hierophant is the next spiritual ascension card. I feel like the Hanged One is one of them, the Hierophant, the High Priestess is another. Like, these three cards are very profound in spiritual ascension. So if you do see the Hierophant card come up, you're probably thinking, yeah, I am on the right track. I am being spiritually grounded, and I'm wanting to open those doors to love, to miracles, to prosperity. And I'm opening the miracles and the divine intervention that the universe offers, because it's like I'm willing to trust what happens for me, but I'm truly not able to let go of the hurt and the pain and the anguish. So we've got the Devil card here just saying these triggers have come up most recently, possibly for the divine feminines. And again, you are the mirror, so the divine masculines will be feeling this too. Whereas the divine masculines are probably feeling triggered that they did feel immature and reckless, and they didn't make the right decisions then, but they needed to go through this awakening shift, this, shaking of their soul body, their physical body, just in order for them to understand what was important in this life, what is really important to them, and why they need to create that in this lifetime, and then they eventually will get to their mission and purpose and things like that. But what I'm seeing around this Hierophant is, you both are mirroring each other in wanting to explore the God-like energy within you, the trusting of yourself more and more regarding what actually honoring your own intuition and your own energy towards the life fulfillment, the joy, the prosperity that you've always wanted. 10 of Cups. So we've got the Five of Pentacles for the divine feminines. This was the higher self energy. Why have we got the Five of Pentacles for the divine feminines? Any triggers that you've got going on lately, divine feminines? Any sort of heartache or pain that you're feeling? Yeah, we've got the Eight of Cups. Now, I'm so glad the Eight of Cups actually popped out, because it was on the bottom of the deck. And the fact that the Five of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, at the bottom of the deck now is the Death card. So, wow, look at the Death card. There is a rose right in the center that I feel like the divine feminines are almost lulling themselves to sleep with. There is a magical tuning frequency that the divine feminines are probably downloading. And I'm also seeing like a feather-tailed dragon. So that might be relevant to some of you. A fishtail dragon, a feather-tailed dragon. Yeah, very much a feather-tailed dragon. So if you're resonating with any of these messages, please let me know in the comments box. The Death card is this death and rebirth. The divine feminines are going through a massive purge, and it doesn't need to be as traumatic as the Dark Night of the Soul. It is cleansing your aura. It is cleansing your space. If you've gone into a deep meditation, or if you've gone into a really deep sleep, you are truly purging the old version of you, and you are coming to realize that despite what happened between you and your twin flame in the past, you are willing to trust yourself enough to trust them because you mirror each other. So the Eight of Cups is walking away from your old self. Are there any other messages we need to know about this? Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups, please. The King of Swords. Now, the King of Swords did want to come out, but there were too many cards, so I put it back in. But the King of Swords is this ruthless type of energy. It is this determination. It is the cut the BS type of energy. This King of Swords has actually raised their sword. It's almost as if they're ready for war. They're ready for battle. And I feel like the divine feminines who have been mistrusting in their own intuition and not understanding how much they need to grow through this, through their pain, through their heartache, they have been really harsh with themselves. Any divine feminines resonating with this energy right now, you have been incredibly hard on yourself. You've been under the impression that you've had to do everything, and that's kind of led to trusting yourself over trusting others. And the Seven of Swords is, yes, that had worked in the past, but it no longer works for you, the Seven of Swords. That kind of left you more lonely, more sad, more pain had arisen because you always felt like you needed to do things by yourself or alone, and it left you heartbroken. The Eight of Wands wanted to come out too, and I really do see this almost like a sun card because it's like the divine dragon is soaring towards the clouds, soaring towards the sun. Icarus probably might be resonant for some people, but it's almost like you had trained yourself to do everything yourself. You may have had your trust broken in the past, divine feminines, and because of the decisions that you made, you were really harsh on yourself. So it led you to mistrust your own intuition, your own inner guidance. And because you've mistrusted that, the divine masculines have purposely kept away from you because they needed for you to join that energy of trust, not only to trust yourself, but to trust the connection, trust them. And it's been really, really hard to trust them if you're not able to trust yourself first and foremost. So when you're in this, you know, hyper dependent, soul focus, I can do everything on my own, it's really difficult when people have proven themselves to be untrustworthy. So it's almost like it goes against your natural instinct to trust them because so many people have betrayed you, divine feminines. And it's the same for the divine masculines. So I've got the Temperance card at the bottom of the deck because it's mirrored energy. When you have done things by yourself, divine feminines, when you've mistrusted yourself, when people have betrayed you, that's the exact same energy that the divine masculines have been going through and feeling in this lifetime. So that, yes, they need to walk away from that too. But remember, when the divine feminine leads in the energetics, the divine masculine mirrors. So if you're able to trust yourself and acknowledge that you don't have to truly rely on yourself, you don't have to do everything by yourself anymore. Wow, we've got the Strength card behind the Temperance card showing up. And remember, the Temperance card is a number 14. The number 8 card is Strength. And behind that, wow, we've got the Emperor. So, and then the Two of Cups, Two of Wands, a Four of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry if you're listening. And I'm just screaming in your ear because it was going to go into this balance of you're mirroring each other, that both of you need to draw upon your own strength and also the strength to get out of that spiritual ego, the Maya illusion of saying, I need to do everything by myself. Get up off of that high horse and ask for help, you guys. Not everybody is wanting your downfall. And a lot of you have been so hurt, so betrayed. Your trust has been shattered. And it's really difficult to trust other people. But I think that some of you who are resonating with this message, who are still here, you're finding strength in your intuition, in relying how much you're feeling about certain people, certain energies is pinpoint. Like you are radiating positive energy. Of course, people will want to leech on that energy. Of course, vampires will want to take that energy from you. But now you've learned how to use your protection and you're protecting yourself. You're protecting your divine counterpart. You're protecting the connection, but also you're rising in your own emperor energy. The leader does not always have to do everything, but they can delegate to the specific experts in the department to help evolve. The Two of Cups is saying that when you're in union with one another, are you going to still do everything yourself? No, you're going to have to lean on each other. You're going to have to lean on each other's strengths, especially when one person has a stronger solution than the other. One person might need to compromise in that. And when you are in union, it doesn't mean you have healed. You don't need to heal fully to get into union. But what you do need to do is heal more when you're in union. So this Two of Wands is you're creating the future together. You're choosing the future instead of the past. And the Four of Wands is you're choosing union instead of separation. So the Ten of Pentacles will, of course, come up because earlier we had the Ten of Cups. So, of course, the Ten of Pentacles will come up because that is you coming from a space of divine love. Now, what do the guides, angels, guardians, ancestors want us to know? The Queen of Swords was one of the cards that came up when I split the decks. So I feel that the divine also wants you to know that, yes, you can be ruthless. Yes, you can be straightforward, but it doesn't necessarily need to be directed in an unkind way. Like you can still put up boundaries. You can still have, certain requirements of what it takes to be your friend or colleague or whatever these things are. Like you don't need to take things lying down, but also you don't need for your divine masculines to be beyond those borders. What I'm trying to say is the circle that you've enveloped yourself in can now include your divine masculine. It's almost like you've got an energy, you've got this bubble of energy around you, and you would let nobody, no thing around you because you protected yourself so much. And you are protected. Of course you are, by the angels, guardians, ancestors, whoever you call upon, you're always protected. But now there is a specific doorway that you have built for the divine masculines to enter. So then we have the Moon card. That was the final card of the deck. And that was the messages from the angels, guardians, and ancestors. And I wanted to shuffle again and see what else we've got. So I feel the Queen of Wands is this card of, it is this card of fiery, passionate, new beginnings. That's pretty much what I'm getting. Fiery, passionate, new beginnings. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Pentacles. I've never seen the Three of Pentacles this way because there are 3 eggs and one of them is burning. This is so crazy. One of them, oh my gosh, it's the Phoenix. It's the embers that are blowing up. The 2 dragons, and there's 2 dragons in the Three of Pentacles here. The embers are burning from this one specific egg. And there's 2 other eggs. There's 3 other pentacles here. Why are there 3 eggs and 3 pentacles? Guys, you tell me. What is your interpretation of this specific Three of Pentacles card? Because the dragons kind of look like dragonflies. It's almost like they've got leaves and wings that look like, their wings look like leaves. But the energy that I'm getting is the embers, the Phoenix rising. That's the type of energy that I feel like you're stepping into as the Queen of Wands energy. The Nine of Wands is it's a reminder that you can still persevere. Despite the hurt, despite the pain, despite the betrayal, despite the mistrust, you were still able to revise that experience into a positive one, and it helps you move into opening doors to love, miracles, and prosperity. And just as I said that, we've got the 10 of Pentacles. So love, miracles, prosperity. The 10 of Pentacles embodies all sorts of abundance. So I mirror match the 10 of Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles, I would say. They're very, very similar, in my opinion, because this moon card that we had as an overall energy from the divine is saying that you don't need to know everything in order to plan it all out. Let go of the plan, let go of the 5 to 10 year plan, let go of how you want union to be, the way you want it to be, how it's going to form. Just let that all go, because it's going to be better than what you actually fathomed. The Temperance card is here to say you do currently balance your divine masculines and feminines within. And the Knight of Wands is here to say that your fire has previously been dissipated. I feel like it's been diminished. I feel there are certain people who have been so betrayed by their past loved ones, and people that they've loved have kind of always let them down. But this is different. This is because you've been through this and now you're able to trust yourself. Divine really needs you to trust yourself. In that tethered ribbon or like red thread that you have with your counterpart, that trust within yourself cannot help but be mirrored by your divine masculines. And wow, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? I literally just said red thread or red ribbon, and the Knight of Wands has the red ribbon. I can't, you guys, with these cards. The passion has been dissipated into something, but it can be redirected into something more. That's basically the energy that I'm getting. And then we've got the 10 of Cups. Like, wow. The 10 of Pentacles comes first, then the 10 of Cups. What did I say? Usually it's the 10 of Cups that comes first, but the 10 of Pentacles has come first in this reading, in this very specific reading. There is going to be a working on material abundance in order for this love to come in. So you've built the foundation around healing, around acknowledging what your trust is, around putting in boundaries. You've been able to balance your divine masculine and feminine. You've been able to redirect certain energies so you can let this abundance come in. Queen of Cups is embracing your emotions, not following your emotions, not entertaining your emotions, but actually just acknowledging them, accepting them, letting them fly by when they need to, giving you the awareness and the downloads that you need at that time. And then the end of the reading, we've got the 6 of Cups. This is the union. This is the union card after all of this, even after the 10 of Pentacles, even after the 10 of Cups. This is the union that you will not expect. Funnily enough, I've got this dragon, and it's like a fishtail dragon, but its claws look like webbed feet. I feel like it's almost, there is a specific animal that can be a land animal and a sea animal. Like they could be both. And I don't know what the wording is. My brain has not, it's not an amphibian. I feel like it's something else. But there is going to be this connection. Now, you may be twin flames of the same sex. You may be of different religions, or you may even have a very big age gap. But this is saying this unusual connection is so fitting for the both of you. That's what I'm getting with the 6 of Cups, is no matter the differences between you, no matter how it may look odd in the 3D, it's actually divinely guided and perfect for the both of you. Okay, I'm going to leave the messages right there. That was pretty awesome. And it was a little bit longer than I expected it to be. So I hope you guys loved this as much as I did. Hit the like button. Comment if you can about your own experiences. I love reading your comments. And hit subscribe if you haven't already. I'm sending you guys so much love. Bye for now.